Don't let her good looks fool you. Body lines so straight and true. Sexy wheels and shiny paint. A show car is just what she ain't. Chrome curb feelers, bitchin' mud flaps help to stretch the biggest scaps. If you still don't have a clue, then this is what we'll do to you. We'll take your lunch money and make it our beer money. And if you think that's funny, we'll do it again, honey. We'll take all your lunch money and make it our beer money. We'll steal your french fries, run smooth out your life, and then drink all our beer money. We'll throw our shoots in your face. I hope you like winning second place.
Alright, today on Real Good at Doing Stuff, we're going to talk about a tulip valve. But first, like, subscribe, share if you dig what you're seeing on this channel. Merch is available at HeraldEngine.com if you like looking cool like me. And anyhow, tulip valves. Beer Money has tuliped the valve, which is the first time we've really done anything to this motor. The other day in the race, it tulip won a little bit, and didn't matter. We still made some adjustments and won the deal. But anyhow, let's talk about tulip valves. A tulip valve is a valve that's been deformed through, well, several things can cause it. But let's look at the deformation first, so you kind of know what we're talking about. If you look on the left, this is a mast head, dry decked and done to our likings. The valve on the left is a valve in good condition. Nothing wrong with this thing. I think it's like 2165 diameter valve, 5/16 stem, stainless steel. For some reason I had in my head that this thing had tie valves, but it does not. It's got stainless steel valve. On the right is the one that's tuliped. Now at first glance it doesn't really look much different. It looks more or less the same, but it's not. If you'll look here, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but this one in the middle is pushed up, right? And this one is a little flatter looking. That's how it's supposed to be. So the tuliping is just a deformation. Now I'm gonna put this camera down, try to, and show you some telltale signs of tuliping, or what's happened to the valve and how it's happened. So if we look at this valve, is 2165 diameter on the calipers. This one is now about 2139. So it's shrunk up over 20 thousandths in diameter. The diameter is literally over 20 thousandths smaller, and it's wrinkled this thing. We call it tulip because it kind of makes it tulip shaped, I guess you could say. Now the other thing, and this comes into how you know you've tuliped a valve. What'll happen on your motor, especially if you have a solid roller cam or a solid cam, your lash will go away. It'll go from whatever you have it set at to less than that, or no lash, which is what happened to us. Depending on the severity of the deformation of the valve. Now, if you look, this height mic, this one's kind of just zero. That's the way it is when it's in good shape. Now, the deformed valve right here, okay, so it's about 55 thousandths longer, right? So it's pushed the stem up inside the head another 55 thousandths. So obviously we lost all our lash, and we're basically holding this valve open when that happens. And that cylinder is going to be dead until you fix the problem. And sometimes at the racetrack, you can just, you know, adjust your lash and get by, or, you know, you may have to get creative, but you can kind of get by, and that's what we did. But to fix, in this case, all we got to do to fix this thing permanently is just put a fresh valve in, and that's what we're doing. Now, as far as the causes of this type of thing, it can be a number of things. A lot of times, or it can be valve float, when you lose control of your valve train, say from too much RPM or not enough spring for your situation, broken valve spring, anything cause a bunch of valve float. That can deform the valve. Probably sooner rather than later, you may drop the valve. It may not be good, but that kind of thing can cause it. In our world, a lot of times it's the deformation is from detonation, right? We're getting a cylinder a little ticked off, right? When the cylinder pressure, when you detonate something, the pressures in the cylinder skyrocket, and they will cause it. If this thing had a tie valve in it, depending on how the valve was built, it very well may have not have done this, because a lot of times the tie valves that we use in a power adder application are thicker, have a thicker cross section in here, and it seems like they're less likely to deform like this. Now, in our situation, probably what caused this is detonation, and we are at the absolute limit of our injectors. We're running them kind of past where I like to run them. So what we're going to do is put some more injectors in the pipe to get us some more fuel, so we're not in that situation anymore. Matter of fact, we'll be doing a video on that in the next couple days. But anyhow, like I said, what caused this is this hole got a little ticked off, beat up that valve, and turned that hole off. So anyhow, that's a quick rundown on what tuliping. When you hear somebody say tuliping a valve, now you know what you're talking about. That's enough for today. Check back in. Merch at HaroldEngine.com.
We'll take your lunch money and make it our beer money. And if you think that's funny, we'll do it again, honey. We'll take all your lunch money and make it our beer money. We'll steal your french fries and smooth out your